In this video, we'll be showing you how to paint Ultron for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the next episode in Painting Protocols, the Marvel Crisis Protocol painting series by the Tales of War games. Now in this episode we are doing Ultron, and this is going to be quite a simple scheme to be doing. I've primed him as always in Halford's khaki, but you could use Games Workshop's Leadbelcher primer, because that's going to be the main base coat to start off with. So the first thing we're going to be doing is covering all of them in Leadbelcher. We're going to dull it down with a Nuln Oil wash. We're then going to brighten it up with the Vallejo Model Air Chrome paint, and then we're going to go into all the details and add all of the powered kind of powered sources from him, so the orange forces. So the first thing you want to be doing, like I said, is get some Leadbelcher paint and basically just cover the whole entire model, because his body, as you know from the films and comics, it is all metallic. Like I said, if you've got a Games Workshop Leadbelcher primer, then this step is done for you. But best thing to do is use a brush that probably not one of your best basing brushes, because with metallic paints it will get some of the flecks still in the it's still in the bristles even though after you wash it. So I just always use the old one for metallic base coating. But you just want to get an even coat all the way through. Like I say, it's a very simple step. You literally cover in the whole entire model, making sure it's all covered. So I'm just going to base coat all of this in Leadbelcher. Make sure that every area is done with a nice even coat. Go back over anywhere that you kind of feel like it's a little bit light on colour, and then we'll be back for the next step. And with the Leadbelcher done, you can see he's got all of his metallics done, and it's a nice even coat. There's nowhere whereabouts it's too thick. You can still see all the details. And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be using a Nuln Oil wash, and we're going to be doing this all over just to add some extra shade, show kind of where all of those crevices are, where the little power supplies are going to be, the sources of energy, etc. And you can just see as you go over it, it's just picking up all of those details. Now obviously, like any washes, if you're going over certain parts and you're finding that it's pooling or that too much has gone on, just mop it up, dab it off, and then just continue along. Now you'll notice these kind of parts here that we're going to be doing in energy and parts in here. We have done a metallic just because obviously when we do the reds and oranges in a bit, you still want to have all of that metallic around it, just so you're not trying to kind of fill in areas. And basically all that we want to do is just go over the whole model with a nice even coverage, tidy up any mistakes, make sure it all sits nicely, and just make sure as it dries that, like I said, there's no pools. So I'm going to finish all of this, just go over the whole body, no part kind of missed, go over it all, wait until it's dry, and then we'll be back for the next step. And now with that Nuln Oil dried, you can see it's just gone into all the recesses. It's given the model a lot more definition, but it has also dulled down a lot of that metallic. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a dry brush, and we're going to be using Vallejo Model Air Colour Chrome. It's a very bright colour. You could use Stormhost Silver if you wanted to, it's very similar. But obviously just use whatever dry brush you use. I use makeup brushes. Wipe it on, majority on a paper, and then just want to keep going in one direction across all the model. You'll start seeing all of the top parts of it will start properly shining back up again. Like I said, Model Chrome is a very, very bright colour, and it's great for Ultron's armour, because he is quite a colourful metallic, quite a bright shining metallic. Now try and continue going in the same direction when you dry brush, just so you don't get lots of different kind of marks. If you go that way and then go that way, it's going to muck up all of the armour. So try and kind of keep in one motion. You'll just see it's really beginning to pick it up, while also keeping all of that shade in all of the recesses. So just go all the way around the model. Again, if you need more, just load up your brush and then clean off. The joys with makeup brushes, I find, is that the brushes seem to hold quite a bit even after you've brushed it all off. And that really helps, and they are quite cheap as well to get, so they're a lot cheaper than buying normal dry brushes. So just, like I said, make sure that you've got most of it off, and then again just go all the way down. You can just see it straight away with the chrome, it just makes it pop very easily. And just go around, make sure that you catch every area, there's no areas that are too dull. And then once we do that, we'll be back to do all of the power cores and all of the power veins in Ultron. And now with the Vallejo chrome all dry brushed on, you can see it's really making Ultron's armour pop. You've got all the shades in there, but he's got this nice shiny metallic armour, exactly what you see in the comics, what you see in the films as well. But now we need to do all the power cores. And for this we're going to be going up through red and orange. We're going to be using a Mephiston Red base, followed by Evil Sunz Scarlet, Wild Rider Red, then we're going to use Vallejo Game Colour Orange Fire, and then a final Citadel Fire Dragon Bright Colour. And for this we're basically going to be going into these leg areas down here. We're going to be following the chest area up here with these little dots. Little power sections in here. His eyes, shoulder parts up here, shoulder parts up there. For the back, we're going to be going into all of this area, a bit down here, the side power cores, there, and again, the side leg parts as well. So, all that you need first, you just need a small detail brush and a bit of a steady hand to be doing this. And we're going to be using Mephiston Red as the first base coat. Like I said, you just want to kind of go in. If you make any mistakes, you can tidy it up with the chrome colour afterwards, but it's better to do all of these power core colours first and layer all the way up through the different colours before trying to tidy up with chrome, and then the next colour you do, you accidentally get a bit more on, so you have to do more chrome, and then it's just easy to kind of go, well, if I make mistakes, I mean, you can try and wipe it off, or you can just try and build up the colours and then finally do it. So what you want to do is just get a full coating of red, and then as we go in, I'll talk it through in the next steps, but as you go in you want to kind of leave a little bit on the sides, and you want to kind of get closer and closer and closer, so you kind of like pure orange in the middle just to kind of have that glow. The other colours we are doing the eyes. Again, you just need steady hands to go in there. On both sides. And that's why this Nuln Oil wash was good for doing it in these areas as well, because it actually means kind of highlights whereabouts you need to go. As you can see, that side is a lot bigger than that side, so I need to tidy up this side a bit more, give it a bit more definition. Do it like that. Again, these power cores, you literally just want to go through into the middle. Kind of have it as the power core coming out of them. Both sides. One up top as well. You just want to make sure it's all in there. Like so. These areas here, you can already see that they're already darkened down a bit, so it's another area the power is going to be coming out of them. Again, if you get a bit, make your brush wet enough and the water paint thin enough, it should just flow straight in there. Now there are a few extra areas that we're going to be doing, and it's going to be, like I said, the red dots here. We're going to be going down this middle part here, so we want to basically have a kind of central power line going in. It's going to be all the way straight the way down here, and it just follows down to this area here, just in this furthest part. Just want to kind of do a little line there, and again you just also want to do these arm sections in here, and then these gauntlet bits, and there's a little kind of crease in there. It's the same for the one up there as well, like so. Now I'm going to go around and do the rest and highlight all the areas, and then I'll be back to show you exactly where every area needs to be. And now with the Mephiston Red, you can see exactly whereabouts we're going to be adding all of the powered colours. So we've got all of the legs. There's a few little veins that run down through the legs itself that we're powering red. You've got the eyes and the mouth as well, so the inside of that mouth, and then on the back you've got those bits of the spine as well. So with a lot of it, it's very much a mirror, so if you do one side you're going to be doing the other. But the next step we're going to be doing is we're going to be using Evil Sunz Scarlet next as the next layer. And as I said, for this one you kind of want to keep the Mephiston Red on the edges. You want to kind of keep that in there, but you just want to be going in the middle, and you just want to be adding an extra bit of colour there. You can just see there, it's just added an extra bit of bright red while the centre bit's all dark. Now for lines like this, just go straight down the middle. It's not that big a deal if you cover up the Mephiston Red. As you get up through to the oranges, then you can try and use a thinner brush if you've got one. But yeah, you just want to kind of follow everything that you've done before, and just leave a bit of the Mephiston Red. Again, with these ones, just try and go inside a little bit and just leave a little bit of the Mephiston as showing, but as we kind of go up again, we'll just go further and further into the layers. But what we'll do, we'll go all the way around with the Evil Sunz Scarlet. We'll just be picking out all of these bits, just making sure, tidy it up. If you do find that you go through and you cover up the whole entire section in Mephiston Red, then just go back in with a bit of Mephiston and add on to the edges. So I'll go through and we'll see how we do. And now with the Evil Sunz Scarlet in, you can see it's already going quite bright red. Next thing we want to be doing is basically exactly the same, but we're going to be using Wild Rider Red now, and that's going to be kind of starting to go into this orangey reddy colour that we want to get. And for this, you're doing exactly the same, but again, you're just going to be going into the kind of most upmost parts there. You can kind of see it's already starting to get that orangey glow. And once you do the next orange after this, it's kind of there straight away. But yeah, you just want to go all the way around, highlighting everything, just leaving a little bit the Evil Sunz Scarlet and the Mephiston Red as best as you can. On some parts you'll find that you won't be able to, and it'll be pure Wild Rider Red. That's not an issue, but yeah, we'll just go all the way around and highlight everything. And now that the Wild Rider Red is done, you can see the transition into that orangey red colour is already really beginning to show. The next colour that we're going to be doing is Vallejo Game Colour Orange Fire, and yet again we're going to be doing exactly the same, but just going in into the top and just adding it in. Now this is quite a thin colour, but as you can see it just adds that nice orange glow, and we're going to go all the way through, just add it in as the kind of main colour over the top, just add a nice core colour. And again, try and keep some of the Wild Rider and Mephiston Red showing. In some areas you're not going to be able to do that, but you just want to get this orange in every single area you can. On the power cores, you just want to get the top front part, and on the eyes again, you just want to kind of leave a little bit at the bottom and just show it at the top. So we'll go all the way around with all of the orange fire, and we'll be back with the next step. And there he is with the orange fire, and you could stop here if you really wanted to, What we're going to do, we're just going to use Citadel Orange Fire Bright, which is just another orange, but it's just a very, very light orange. And for this, we're literally just doing some spot highlights, just bang in the middle. Just add some final highlight for the orange. And the final colour for Ultron. So, we'll go around, we'll just add this, and again, you just want to do a very tiny dot. You just want to do a little, very centered bit of light. So we'll go through, we'll add this into the areas where it needs to go, tidy up the chrome, get them based, and then we'll show the final result. And there he is. So if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel grow. Check us out on Twitch on Wednesdays and Friday nights to watch us build, paint and chat all things MCP. If you want to see us do a particular MCP model in a future Painting Protocol video, let us know in the comments below. But take care and we'll see you soon.